to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose number one task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down. The front office all smiles when the ink went dry on this new contract.
Not only them, how about the coaching staff? Because oftentimes the front office and the coaching staff may have different opinions about the value of a player. I think everyone was in sync on this one. He's a guy that they needed to keep.
Here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Here we go. 38.
They'll They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Patrick DeMarco, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
They'll get 32 yards there, and it'll be first down Bears.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Doctson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He won't go down, and he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the... Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Back to throw now on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's go.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey with a catch left side. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interception.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be first down Atlanta.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And some space here. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll hand the duties over to the former Houston Cougar. It's Case Keenum. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second in a field goal try, that can be all the different.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it? Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
And he will find his man on the outside. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them the whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Return team. Automatic first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 26 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down is Keenum. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Keenum now on second down. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They're going to look to throw. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
But simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Now Riddick. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. On the ground, it's Riddick. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Theo Riddick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Caught on the right side by Jones. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Keenum on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And is that Jones, the one slow to get up? Yes, Julio's still down right now. We'll check on his status when we get back. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On first down, Keenum. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons are going to get a first.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
To throw is Keenum, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there's that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Josh Doctson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here comes Grant on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Keenum now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone, it's Keenum. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Patrick DeMarco with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think he's had a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4. If it's 4, maybe you make it 5. Anything to make sure that he can't just sit back there all day and find a target. And then you tell your secondary, play your normal coverage and maybe an extra step or 2 back.
Yeah, be careful that nothing goes over the top. He's got time. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Back to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. He's back to throw. Deep drop. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Back to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Love the excitement we've got going here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Keenum, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And now it's 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Back to throw, Keenum. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Keenum. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cuts right. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended it this. Juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
319! 319!
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then... the tip drill, and good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. No, not running. Keenum wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
boyfriend's got a cauliflower, and I'm so sue me. Who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up, straight to heaven. Drop the big beats, so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now. We're just a couple of weirdos coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. To Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Saw the magician's assistant in half like, who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? We can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air. The Falcons are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Chargers, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the San Diego Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Here we go. Over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding time. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Backing up. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the fake? Of a successful catch and a completion of a play. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covered him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
On first down, Keenum. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down after a good gain. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing is Keenum. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And Charles just... And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They'll set up a throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll set up to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Gordon on the dump off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jared Odrick in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
This is taken at the 23. Takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Falcons Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Keenum now on second down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Take this sweeping.
Keenum now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Well, defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chargers, their defense heading back out there. Last drive, touchdown, surrendered. Here, see if they can stop it.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be first down Atlanta.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Keenum now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here we go.
From the 50, it's Keenum. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that takes us from second to third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So on fourth down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Chargers are going to have a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And that is incomplete here. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. That'll bring up second down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy that can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So that's the word from the referee, neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Well, maybe expecting a throw. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying,
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Can't find anyone open. This will be caught at the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw again. That's caught at the 1. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Keenum. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we have reached halftime. Never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Freeman again, a first down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Keenum to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, lofted over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Flush to his right. So Keenum now out, and they'll hand the reins over to the veteran backup and former Missouri star Chase Daniel. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
There goes Melvin Gordon. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
Fighting for the... And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
look at the backup Daniel. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. And now a carry here for the fullback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now Daniel on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Getting it out left side to Sanu. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Freeman again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first and 10, Daniel eluding the pressure right. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Given 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back, oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. This guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Let's go!
Throwing on second down, Daniel. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that, and the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
It's not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. One man in the backfield is Gordon. He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go to the football, right to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Man, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 12 yards is the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is brought in at the 21. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver, 78 yards. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
And how about that play right there? Fourth quarter, tie game, both sides trying to figure out who's going to make the big play. We just saw it right there in front of us. That's a monster return.
Indeed, breaking that tie with an exclamation mark. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Quite the uptick here from last week as the numbers show. I guess if you're a coordinator, with how much you base your offense around a guy like this, do you say this week, we're going to get him involved early, we have to?
No doubt about it. You know, a lot of guys script their plays to start out. I think in their script, out of the first
just
5 plays,
on there.
4 of them were right to him. Get him the football, get him involved early. That'll help the overall offense. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on first down, he'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there was a turnover.
And it caught up to him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Here we go. Patriot. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball. On the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get this one up. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeouts. As they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Trying to shake off the interception from nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done. Now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Falcons... use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on them.
Freedom running through us like an open. We're too high on being
love.